So back to 4Q. What is it? 4Q reorients the web analytics around the website visitor. So it takes away that sort of cold traffic data, just looking at cold numbers, and it gives you context. 4Q improves interactive marketers' understanding of their visitors by enabling to understand purpose of visit, task completion rates. We even have included a customer satisfaction question as part of the 4 questions, and most importantly, whether or not visitors are able to achieve their tasks. So, as we've mentioned, Avinash Kaushik worked with us to create this tool. Avinash has his sort of idea of the 3 perfect survey questions to be asking on any website. So we've combined these with an overall satisfaction question, and we've deployed it using our proven methodology that has been in place for over 8 years in the internet space now. And we basically put it out there to let any website owner ask those most important questions to their visitors. The best part is that it's free. So you may be wondering why we're putting something free like this out to the marketplace. Well, our hope is to be sort of increasing the awareness in the marketplace of voice, the importance of voice of customer analytics, and the importance of getting a complete picture of your website visitors. The hope is, too, that a small percentage will become extremely addicted to this data and have the budget and time in place to perhaps upgrade to our enterprise solutions. But generally, it's sort of a faith-based initiative, as we like to call it. So a little bit more about Avinash Kaushik, who's a really important voice in what we're putting forward and works very closely with our company. There he is. He's the Google Analytics Evangelist. He's the author of a book that I recommend to everyone, Web Analytics, an Hour a Day. I suggest you all go out there and get it. It's fantastic. And he also writes a really insightful blog called Occam's Razor. You can find this blog at www.kaushik.net. He's a frequent speaker, spoken at shows like eMetrics, AdTech, Web 2.0 Expo, and Search Engine Strategies. And he's also an associate instructor at the UBC Web Analytics Certification Program, something any of you may like to take a look at pursuing. So, looks like our slide got a little funky there, but that's okay. 4Q is 3 core questions. So, why are you coming to the site today? Were you able to achieve your purpose of visit? And why or why not? And that's where we solicit actual open-ended feedback. And we've thrown in a customer satisfaction question to give you an overall gauge on the success of your website. That creates 4Q. So a little bit more information for you on how this works on your end. So to set up 4Q on your website is extremely simple. Just go to the website, fill out a quick registration form, have your email address validated, and then you just log in. I'll give you the URL at the end. It's actually 4qsurvey.com. Yes? The 4Q website. Okay, great. So you just go in and you create, what you do is you create your first survey. What you do is select from a predefined list of purposes of visit, select the ones that are most appropriate for your website audience. And from there, you just upload your logo, and you'll be automatically generated code that you can put right on your site right away and get started with analyzing your voice of customer on your website, and the data is in real time. So what it looks like from your visitor's end, a random sample of your visitors will be solicited to take part in the research. So anywhere between 0 to 100% of your traffic will be invited to take part. It's your choosing. You can adjust those rates in the back-end tools. So they come to your site, and those who are selected are presented with a polite and non-intrusive invitation on arrival to your website, asking them if they'd like to participate post-visit. Once they finish their website visit, they're presented with the survey. The first screen is just a simple instruction screen. First question is the overall satisfaction question. From there, it's the purpose of visit question, and we always include an other please specify to catch all those sort of long tail purposes of visit that you may not get in your first 5. So whether or not they were able to achieve their purpose of visit, and if they select yes, we prompt them for more insights on the website experience as a whole. If they say no, we prompt them to let us know why they were not able to achieve their purpose of visit and what we can do to improve that for them. So that's the real sort of golden nuggets of data. And then there's a closing screen. And I'll get into a little bit of the back-end tool offerings. You get a dashboard, overall satisfaction rate, and you can sort of watch the needle move there. Task completion rates month over month. So are people successful in achieving the tasks that they came to your site to achieve on the whole? And you can dig into that, into the overall satisfaction, for example. You can see overall satisfaction broken down by purpose of visit. And here we can see a clear example of what may not be obvious by just looking at the dashboard, the simple metric on the dashboard. So this website, it had an overall sat rate of about 65. But if you dig in a little bit, you'll see that the majority of their purposes of visit had about a 60 or a 70, whereas find a job was a very low 20. So if having visitors find a job on the site is of importance to this website owner, it's pretty important for him to quickly change the content there and reflect his visitors' desires. And then, as we've mentioned before, the golden insights can be found in our open-ended data. So the open-ended data is broken down by purposes of visit, whether or not they've been achieved, and you can dig in sort of day-by-day data. Here is an actual example from our 4Q website, which you can find at 4qsurvey.com. And we had, this is some sample feedback for people who have achieved their purpose of visit and came to the website to learn more about our products. So this user said that they found the site easy to use, but they needed more detailed information and perhaps a demo to let them know what their visitors were going to experience. So we're going to take that to heart and probably deploy that in the next couple of weeks. So let's just talk a little bit more about some 4Q in action. A friend of ours named Brian Eisenberg, who writes another great blog called grok.com, which is actually, the URL for that is actually grok.com, one word, .com. So that's kind of fun. He works with Comcast, that's one of his clients, and Comcast was talking to him one day about how they've deployed 4Q across their business services section of their site. When Comcast deployed 4Q, they got a wealth of data. They found out the majority of their visitors were coming to the site to learn about services and pricing, but 60% were not able to find information on this and left frustrated. So responding to this data, for Comcast created a PDF that broke down all of their pricing and included competitive information. And as a result, this PDF is the most downloaded and most popular site page on their entire site. So it just goes to show that this kind of data is immediately actionable.
How did you define that nearly 60% up by their comments?
Well, actually by the task completion rates. So they weren't able to achieve their task. And then we dug in deeper and saw the comments that there was definite frustration there.
And that's only from the 4Q that you set up initially at the time.
Exactly, yeah. So it's your turn. You can get started right away with the 4Q survey. And that's the URL. And that's it for us. If there's any questions, we'd be happy to take them. Maybe Michael can come back up to field some of them.